Hi, my name is Amanda, and I'm going to draw my life. That's me, kind of, in the corner. I can't draw very well, so we'll see how this goes. I was born in a hospital in Chicago, Illinois on September 30th, 1994. They were going to call me Autumn, but then they switched for Amanda, thankfully. My best friend Morgan I've had since I was 2 years old. We've still been best friends all this time, and I really don't know what I would do without her. She's a beautiful person. My baby brother was born in May that I was 3, and he was 5 weeks early. They said we almost lost him, so we're very lucky that he's still in our lives. I love him. I lived in the same house from the time I was 6 until I was 15, and it had a lake behind it and a park, and I loved it a lot. My baby sister, she was born when I was 8, and I was very jealous and thought my mom would forget about me. I even wrote her a note in the first grade signed "Love Your Baby," because I wanted to remind her who the real baby was. We got a dog when I was 10. His name is Linus. We still have him today. He's quite fat, but I love him anyway. I carry him around the house like a toddler. I started playing soccer when I was 12 for a comp team, and we ate a lot of pizza at tournaments, and I was a goalie, and we were very good, and I missed that team all the time. Then I got my first boyfriend when I was 12, and I won't say his name in case he's watching this, but we thought we loved each other, but really we were just best friends who kissed one time, and it was very awkward. Then a boy called Wes showed me a band called Mayday Parade, and he showed me YouTube, and I saw people making covers, and I fell in love with music, and it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. Then I dated a boy named Adam. Most of the time, we just made out a lot, and I mean, I guess we were still good friends and everything, but it wasn't a healthy relationship at all, and I became quickly very depressed because I didn't really know who I was anymore, which is why in this picture, it's going to say, who am I? I lost my identity, I was really insecure, and I became kind of emo, and I wound up hurting myself intentionally, and all I can say about that is, if you're going through that, tell someone and get help. It's worth it. You're not any weaker by telling someone, and you're not any stronger by not telling anyone. Then my family moved me out to Utah, which I thought was going to be the worst thing that had ever happened to me, and it actually turned out to be the best. I still consider it home. Once I got out there, freshman year, I learned to play guitar, and that's changed my life for sure, and given me a lot more opportunities, and I like to sing while I play. Then I went to Alpine Church, and that kind of got my head right, and I was less sad, and I met amazing people like my best friend Tyler and this guy Jed, who's our worship leader, who gave me the guitar I have now. I don't really think they know how much that meant to me. When I started high school, I became really sad because I didn't want to be there, but I met a girl named Kaylee on the first day, and she was really nice to me, and she wasn't scared away when I accidentally dropped the F-bomb in front of her. Thank goodness. Hi, Kaylee. Then I met a girl named Taylor, and she was sick at the time, and so I was waiting with her for her mom to pick her up because I didn't want her to have to sit by the nasty office lady alone. And we became best friends from that, and I think I made up some excuse about being on my period later to my teacher. But we spent that whole next year, me, Taylor, and our 2 friends, Jed and Garrett, just like getting kicked out of Walmart and going to concerts and getting coffee and going to a shop where we would always play open mics, and that was the best year of my life so far for sure. I started making videos just for Facebook though, not YouTube yet, of me covering songs and singing, and I started writing a little bit, and that was really exciting. And then I got a boyfriend named Austin. Actually, I don't know if we were actually together, but yeah. And we went to prom together, and that was actually one of the best nights of my life. I really thought I was going to marry that boy, if I'm honest with you, but I don't think I'll include that in this video. The next day, though, I was sitting in my room after prom, all blissed out, and then my dad comes down, and he tells me that we're moving to Dallas. Needless to say, I wasn't very excited, but I didn't want to give a big fit about it like before because Utah turned out okay. The next year was kind of a blur, though, once we got there, because 3 of my friends in Utah committed suicide, and I was the only one in Texas who knew about it, so that was really hard to handle. I became kind of depressed for a while, but it helped being involved in Spark Youth Ministry, which is my youth group, and meeting some really cool people like April and Kaylee, who has really curly hair, and then Zach and Devontae. They're amazing, and I don't know what I would do without them. I was playing softball, and I played it my junior year too, and I started out this year, but it became more stress than it was worth, and after a while I decided that my best option was to quit. At first I was really scared, but it turned out to be the best decision I made in a really long time. I'm much happier now. A lot of the time though, I still spent thinking about Utah and wishing I was there, because to me that was home, and I wasn't totally happy. But recently I'd been updating my YouTube channel a lot and really getting that to kind of grow, and it's kind of taken off a little bit. I have been working out, doing some P90X, and I hate it but love it at the same time. I've been getting better at my schoolwork and also reading the Bible, which is what that book represents totally. And that's supposed to be a work visor. I work at a barbecue pit, and I actually really love the people I work with, so all of that is good. And yesterday I found out that I got a scholarship that allows me to go back to Utah for college and go to Weber State and be roommates with Taylor, and also get to be really close with Tyler again, which is all really exciting, and I absolutely cannot wait for this next year. I'm going to study elementary and special education and be a teacher, and hopefully be able to be a positive effect on these kids' lives, because I needed that when I was younger. And really after that, my future's kind of just open. I'm excited for whatever it holds. I think it's all going to be really good. I'm hoping my channel kind of takes off. But I've just got so much ahead of me that I can't even believe. And it's all thanks to the people I've met and the experiences I've had. And while it's crazy, it's my life. And it's all to be continued.